What is going on, everybody? Thanks for tuning into the Movo TX channel here today, guys. So I apologize here. I'm kind of wandering around this little quiet neighborhood and residential area, and I'm trying to get to the Stanford Dish Trail, and it's a oak forested kind of rolling hills area that I've been wanting to hike for quite some time now, and I just haven't had the chance. It's extremely popular, extremely crowded on weekends, and there's basically no parking. So I'm kind of starting off things here at a remote parking location on the street, and we're going to head off that way and see which way to go from here. Okay guys, I'm still wandering. One thing's for sure, this is a beautiful pathway, and okay, we're gonna go this way. Water Wise Garden. Alrighty, very cool. And I think if I head this way, it'll get me to the main Stanford Dish trailhead area. I think we shall see. We shall see. One thing's for sure, if you're lost wandering around, this is a gorgeous place to do that. Oh, here we go. Okay. There's Stanford. Alrighty guys, so we made it here to the main vehicle parking area, and Thursday, work week, midday, parking is still packed. So on weekends, there are just lines of cars waiting to get into this place. So I managed to park kind of off a little bit in the back area, and we've managed to hike here in about 10 minutes. Not too bad. And the main trailhead is right up that way. Alrighty guys, so we made it to the front entrance and the main trailhead. As you can see, it's a gated park, and let's take a look here at the map overview. And we'll be doing a loop around. Alrighty guys, so let's get going here up the hill. So most of this is going to be paved, I believe. So probably a lot of stroller hikers along this stretch. And couldn't have asked for a more gorgeous day, that's for sure. This is still coyote and rattlesnake territory as well. Always gophers, field mice, rabbits. Just beautiful. Oak forest, rolling hills. I'm going to continue my trek here up this hill. Usually you have to hike up the hill before you get to the vista point and the stunning views. So we made a left there at that last branch, and we'll continue this way. So there's the dish off in the distance there. That's where we're headed, guys, in a roundabout way. Oh yeah. Lots of people out on the trails today, despite being a Thursday. work day, non-holiday weekend coming up. Alrighty guys, pausing it here just to look back. That's where we came from, down that way. Stanford University Tower is right there. Campus is that way, of course. I apologize for the wind noise. It's kind of breezy up here, so my camera is going to struggle with that. But that's all right. Mount Diablo is straight across from us, right in the middle there of your screen. Moffett Airfield is a little bit over to the right over there. And right in the middle there is Shoreline Amphitheater, the tent canopy. Oh yeah. Just an absolutely gorgeous day today. Hopefully people are returning off the hill from their hikes and we've got at least some of the trail to ourselves. And I don't have to put too many little kids and families on film. That always bothers people. Wow guys, look at where we are. So Page Mill Road is going right down that way, up into the hills there. 280, the freeway is right there, and just beyond that, nestled up in those oak forests, is Arrested Preserve. Black Mountain is right there. I've taken you guys to Black Mountain before. You can see the radio towers on the top. 2812 feet is that summit. So we're going to continue on this way. Absolutely gorgeous today, guys. So glad you could hang out with me here. Come along with me here today. So I would really like to know what all these radio towers are for up here. Maybe I'll have to Google that and add commentary and footnote commentary to my video. And along with that, why do we have the Stanford dish, which is right there in the middle of our screen? I don't know. A lot of this is residential, no trespassing territory here. So I'll have to respect that for sure. A lot of mountain lion and coyote poop up here, that's for sure. I'm not seeing too many raccoons scat out here. Mostly large mammal scat for the most part. Check out these radio towers, guys. Very cool. I have no idea what these are for. Ham radio, maybe? Although I would think ham radio towers are higher up than this. So if I had to venture a guess, our elevation is probably around maybe 400 or 500 feet. So I know when I'm at 780 feet in Foothills Park, I can look down and see the Stanford dish from there. So I would assume we're around 400 feet here, maybe 500 at the most. More radio towers, guys. Smaller ones too. One thing's for sure, these have been up here for probably a very long time. Nothing out here looks brand new. I could be wrong though. Alrighty guys, making our way down the back side of the hill, and you can see Windy Hill right over there. That's Portola Valley, going off that way. More radio tower facilities there. Looks like a workshop, maybe a shop, repair shop there. Maybe facility, maintenance shop perhaps. And here's a red and white striped tower that I didn't notice before. Hard to see these things from Foothills Park in that area. So, oh, there I can see the lookout hill. There's the main Vista Hill from Foothills Park. I can see the cars parked up there right now. At least I think that's it. I could be wrong, but that certainly looks like it. Should have brought my binoculars. Man, that would have been awesome. My vision is so impaired. So more people coming up the hill from their hikes. More oaks and oak forest. Just beautiful today. Just a stunning, gorgeous break in the storm season here. We've had nothing but continual rain for the past maybe 2 weeks or so. Pretty continual rain. So now we've got a nice break in the weather systems. So those of you who are trying to find mud and dirt-free trails to hike, definitely this one here. If you can find parking, that's the problem. Vehicle parking is really tough here. So I know it may look like rain, but no, not today. A lot of scattered cloud cover. So we're kind of at a break here in between some storms. So we should have some clear weather this weekend. So there's another radio tower. Everything here is just rusted, old, rusted, dirty, kind of tattered and weathered looking. Nothing here looks brand new. Then again, I have no clue what I'm looking at. Definitely going to Google search some of this information tonight, and maybe I'll have to add some footnote, annotated commentary in my video before I upload it. So here's one dish that I had no idea about. When I'm up in the hills looking down at this place, can't see it. Looks pretty old and rusted and weathered though. Nothing here looks new. So this is the main trail to the main dish coming up here ahead. So I think this is about a 3.5 mile loop. That's what I read somewhere. I'm not sure though. A lot of squirrels, gophers in these hills. Rabbits too, but they're in their dens right now. They come out at night. More squirrels. Squirrels everywhere. Hey guys. Squirrels everywhere. It's most important that you don't feed the wildlife. We do not want to train them to become accustomed to human hand feeding. We disrupt their natural, instinctive behavior. Lots of oak trees out here, and we got the trail all to ourselves, guys. How about that? As crowded as it was down below, it thinned out pretty good here. Kind of breezy. I apologize once again for the wind noise. And I mentioned earlier this is rattlesnake territory. It might not be. I don't know. I just assumed that it was. But I'm not seeing warning signs posted. And there's absolutely a huge abundance of ground squirrels here. So these guys have no natural predators besides the mountain lions. Okay guys, we're getting closer to the main dish. How many hundreds of times I've seen this from a million different viewing angles except this one. This is my first time here for this. So I would assume that thing tilts and rotates Although I've never seen it like pegged horizontally or anything. It always appears to be pointing straight up. May have to stop here to take a break and snack on some granola bars. I'm almost kind of afraid to. The minute these guys start hearing my wrappers crackling and they see me eating something, they're just going to swarm me, I fear. They've probably been fed before by humans. Starting to hear a little bit of creek water runoff down there. Not seeing it though. So I would imagine if there are deer up in these hills, or maybe turkeys too, they would frequent this area, perhaps. And we're seeing some water runoff signs here across the trail, or the road, paved road. So I know a lot of you maybe are less able-bodied, perhaps. Maybe you're seniors, maybe you're recovering from injuries. This is a great hike for that. So definitely try and find a way to get out here if that's your thing. And you can see the water stream flowing down from this hillside. Ground is so saturated that the water is seeping through. And as daunting as this little hill looked, it actually isn't now that I'm on it. And there's the dish. There's the infamous Stanford dish. I would assume it's part of a research laboratory, maybe. Maybe, I don't know. Alrighty guys, so it looks like there's a crossroad up here, and I think this is about as far up as I can get to it. Probably don't want me getting too close to it, understandably. Very cool. So this is about as far as I want to get and close as I want to get to it. Clearly, with no trespassing signs, this is as far as they want people to go. So, don't know if you can hear it, but the radar tower is actually, or the radio tower, the dish is actually making a noise. Very cool. So, we're going to continue on down this way. Oh, and the other thing I want to point out too, and I can't believe I have to say this, but I do. Do not pick the wildflowers. I know they're there, and I know they're beautiful, but doesn't mean you're entitled to them. Let them grow. Let other people enjoy them just as much as you. Alrighty, so that's enough of today's public service announcement. So we're going to continue here on the loop, and we'll go around this way. More radio towers. Seems to be a common thing up here. So there's the Stanford Hospital Medevac. Burgundy, white, and blue. Familiar sight above Palo Alto. So the other thing I'm doing today is kind of collecting my bearings here. So I was just laid off of my job last Thursday, a week ago today, and was happily employed with my same company for 23 years, almost a quarter century. Unbelievable. Just out of the blue, budgetary cuts and things like that. And to be quite honest, I've been in kind of a daze, kind of a hazy brain fog, like a COVID brain fog, to be honest. So I'm kind of out here in my environment, trying to collect my thoughts, reflect back. Some deer in the meadow here. Very cool. So yeah, I don't want to bore you with my sob story, but I guess I'm kind of at a fork in the road here on my next career move. So I'm going to be spending a lot of time out on the trails over the next few weeks, that's for sure. Enjoying the weather while I can, most definitely. Find when I'm confused and I need to sort my thoughts, this is the best place to do it. Out here in the oak forest. So the other thing I'm doing here today, guys, is I've got some new footwear for the summer hiking season. So these are Fila's, and this is the first pair of Fila sneakers I've ever owned. Pretty wide, pretty good support, pretty good cushioning, that's for sure. They're brand new, so I'm trying to get them broken in for the summer. I've done hundreds and hundreds of miles over the years in Adidas trail runners, and I still have an older pair at home that I can still use, but I'll be rotating these in with those for my summer hikes. So there's Stanford University, the other side of the tower. Of course, overhead are the turkey vultures soaring overhead, looking for food sources. For sure. So don't be alarmed by turkey vultures. They only consume unliving flesh. They are not active hunters. They will not hunt living food sources. And they certainly won't attack humans. So look at this, more water streaming out of the hillside down onto the footpath here. Lots of water up in these hills. And I don't know what this thing is here. Got some sort of a building or a structure over here coming up. Alrighty guys, looks like we've made our way back around the full loop, and we're heading back here towards the main trailhead. So thanks again everybody for tagging along with me here on our trek around Stanford Dish Hike. Please feel free to post comments and questions down below, and I'll answer them as soon as I can. And remember everyone, stay safe out there and enjoy the outdoors. I'll catch you all later on the next one.